someone by the name of Charlie Kirk has been killed. Now, this is undoubtedly a tragic event. I don't condone killing anyone, right? But I had some conversations with some brothers from church, and they're trying to compare this guy to an apostle. I'm not really familiar with him, right? So obviously, I got to do my due diligence. I go to his Instagram, and I went through 20 of his most recent posts. I saw no mention of Jesus Christ. There was no preaching of the gospel. What I'll give him is he is a morally upright person, okay? But being morally upright is not a follower of Christ, okay? Just because you live your life to moral standards is not going to grant you access into heaven. Now, this is very scary that we have many people who seem to think that he was a representation of Christianity. How could that be? It just doesn't make sense, right? If we had the apostles on earth right now with social media, I guarantee if I went through the first 3 posts, I would have heard something about Jesus. I would have heard something about sin, hell. The gospel would be clearly evident. I went through 20 of this man's posts. I saw nothing about Jesus. I heard God, okay? Now, God and Lord, those can be very loose terms, right? Because we have this thing called coexist now. And coexist, that faction, they are on board with God. People are never really opposed to God. They're opposed to Jesus, okay? That's why when Jesus was born, he was crucified. Jesus is the polarizing person who came on earth. We need to be very careful in regards to who we think is preaching the gospel. Charlie Kirk was a Christian nationalist.